for this matchup up against Jernstrom and Ross. It's a hot one out here.
Let me tell you, it's not left field right now at about for a baseball or softball player out there on the diamond.
Yes, somewhat struggling this season, but looking to get back on their foot.
Well, they're 2-4 on the season. They beat Omaha last 4 games to grow to Bennington 10-2 out here at the start of the season and try to
being a really strong team last year, somehow dropped out, worked their program around, and will be number 12, Kerrigan Wonder. And this success for tonight, one of the big things is going to be bunt defense. Good game from last year up against Gretna, 8 here in the bottom of the first. So Kerrigan here to start it off. And it'll be a stand-up
fair by just a few feet.
Time to Cadence Dumas. And for the first.
And the Warriors trying to shore up their defense. Look.
First pitch is up and high. He's really going to need to vie into the inning. So Columbus strikes first.
Behind from the start, but no one on base.
The big leadoff double from Braun. And Columbus, 2 hits here in the top of the first. Looking to possibly see about a 2.
Columbus off to a good start here.
Field hit for
Tays and 2 outs.
So Riley Remmer.
Out now, she's back in the box.
Is them to really get on a good path, but along with those 2 season.
1 strike threatening again here in the top of the first.
And a 2-out double will will
way to start for the Warriors, down 2-0 here, and now Columbus strategy here with 2 runners in scoring, 2-0.
That's really odd for third base. Through with that one. That's interference. And that was 2-0. Back here for the bottom of the single in the top of the first for the Discoverers, able to bring in 2 runs. Now the Warriors looking to bounce back.
So jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Abby Lynham leading it off for the Warriors here, trying to get on base. Just straightened that out. That was a nice stroke down the left field line. Just went foul over the dugout.
Riley Renner, second pitch is outside. And move the count to 1-2.
First month of the year for the softball season.
Varsity. She's been very versatile, able to a lot of her heavy hitters.
Trying to get on base to get
up. We'll see if they can get it out at second base. Able to. So that will bring up the second baseman, number 2 speed, the top of this lineup.
This is our first year as a starter for Conyers. Sophomore, looking to get on base here in the
side.
There's a close to the batter.
Does a really good job of getting on base. 529 OEP.
Just swung over the pitch right.
Can when they go up to bat. 2-2 pitch is outside, and Conyers does have 2 walks on the season. Even deep out and out of play.
Foul.
And once again fouled off.
Another liner down the left, up in the grass and in the
2 full counts here in just 2 ABs, and gets another pop-up. Little trouble out there. Went out into no man's land there in shallow left center field and just barely gets down out of the arm of Geralds.
And I don't think Columbus knew which player was going to get the ball. The center fielder and the right fielder are closing in, and the shortstop's backing up. It was 3 Columbus players all at once, but the ball dropped in for a double.
And that double will bring up the power hitter for these Warriors, Ellie Barshbang. Started off the year with the home opener, two-run home runs, 5 RBIs. As she grounds this one over to third, throw in time to first. But Conyers able to get the back to third in time.
She advanced the runner. Warriors trying to get on the board now with the runner in scoring position at third base. Crowd starting to come alive here for the Warriors.
That'll bring up number 19, Alexis Cornett. Cornett hitting .329 on this season. And here with 2 outs, could really use a run to answer back the 2 Columbus runs in the first. Big swing here is out of play.
Alexis is kind of the leader, the cheerleader on this team, being the catcher. Transfer in from Fremont, and she is trying to give the Warriors a spark and get them on the scoreboard here in the bottom of the first.
Her, Barshbang, and Michelle Watsova have really filled out this middle of the lineup very well. High pitch, almost out of the hands of the catcher, Taylor. So Cornett now has a 1-1 count. A really quick top of the first, scored 2 runs for the Discoverers. Warriors taking a little bit more time in the bottom of the first. Cornett swings to that one, that's fouled back.
Cornett playing way up in the batter's box, almost outside the white lines, as she tries to get on base here and bring in her teammate Conyers from third base.
One-two here to Cornett outside. It'll even the count back up at 2-2.
And that wind's really blowing out to left field, about 16 miles per hour, but it has gusted up to about over 20 miles an hour. And now's the time for Cornett to put that ball out into left field. Maybe that wind will carry it.
Another pop up, and it'll go foul. 5 RBIs this season for Alexis Cornett, and a big one here in the bottom of the first. Late start time here for the second home game of the year. Very long, ended up being a tie for the JV squad to start off this one. And the Warriors trying to bounce back after somewhat of a struggling start to the year. Cornett ground ball over to short. Braun throw on to first in time. So the 2-out threat is evaded.
4 batters coming to the plate, 1 stranded on the base.
1 stranded for the Warriors. So we'll head to the top of the second. Discoverers still holding on to a 2-0 lead. Aaron Smith will start it off for the Discoverers here. 2 runs in the top of the
first. Plays outfield and catcher, trying to get the Discoverers out to another good start here in the second.
That one is into center field for a single. So once again, the Discoverers jump on Wonder early.
They're very patient at the plate. Wait for that one pitch where they can get it out. And they've done a good job of that so far.
After a leadoff single. Bunt attempt there, squares it back. And it's outside for ball one. Lineup would bring back Braun. She's able to get on here.
Yeah, she stepped out of the batter's box, maybe checking a swing there.
A little slap hit down the left field line, and Barshbang is at
base. Changed from the bunt, the slash, pop fly to left field.
So that'll bring up the top of the lineup, Taylor Braun. And that one slap, foul, and out of play.
Yeah, that really got him ignited there in the first inning. Her double really got him going to get 2 runs on the board.
High scoring. The defense has really been what's lacked. Bunt attempt there goes foul. So that'll move the count to 0-2.
Again, the batter checking the wrist just to see what the third base coach has called here.
Another slap hit. And wondered this season, just really as much as a lot of the Westside pitchers last season. We get ground balls as much as possible. High pitch goes past Cornett. 1-2 pitch coming here. Another slap hit gets into left field. Home plate will move Braun over to second. And Gerolds has a really good opportunity to bring in 2 more runs.
Gerolds grounded out to first base her first time at bat.
Looking to them this season, the really hard thing they've not been able to really come up with is this one's fouled back. And I'll move it to 0-2.
But they've averaged about 8 runs a game on offense, so their season.
And overall, both these teams' pitching has really been an issue. Going into center field, Trotta will tag up and will score, so the sac fly will bring in another run here for the Discoverers.
Now batting number 20, Addison Yu.
So with 2 outs here and a runner at second, Addison Huell getting a lot of good hits and really just playing what they need to play.
Last time at bat, Addison Huell laid down a bunt, got on base.
We'll see what Wonder can do here. Really needs a ground ball or a quick out. This one driven into center field. That one's going to get down. Braun will come in to score. So 4 runs here in the first 2 innings for the Discoverers. And it is a hit parade currently.
They found their stroke right up the middle. A lot of balls so far.
Now batting number 16,
4 hits.
Addison Kudrin.
And now 4 runs on the board. Off to a great start for the Discoverers.
And the 2-out single will bring up Addison Kudrin. Kudrin looking to keep this 2-out rally going. And driven deep into left field. And it is gone! Addison Kudrin with a 2-run shot here in the top of the second. And it is now 6-0 Discoverers.
And a big welcoming party for the Discoverers as Kudrin comes into home plate. And now they have taken a 6-0 lead over the Warriors.
And the hit parade continues, am I right? This is just absolute big hits here, and it looks like TJ Edis will make a pitching change.
I'll tell you, that home run really took advantage of that wind to left field. It's gusting out there, 15 to 20 miles an hour. And that really helped. It went over just a few fans out there in left field. Good stroke. It's 200 to the fence there in left field, and she hit that one probably 215 for the 2-run homer to put the Discoverers way out
Now
there in front.
For your Warriors, number 5, Katie Nolan.
So Katie Nolan, the freshman, will come into relief for the Warriors. 6 runs here in the first 2 innings for the Discoverers, and a 2-run shot there. I don't want to say has blown it open, but has really put the Carnage to a new level. So So we'll take a break here on WTV Live. When we come back, we'll see if the Discoverers can do more here with 2 outs or if the reliever can shut this inning down. So Katie Nolan will come into pitch here. First pitch, a big swing and a miss there.
The Discoverers really off to a terrific start here. 6-run lead.
As Danica Taylor looks at a fastball up high to move the count to 2-1. No other changes defensively for the Warriors. Be a straight switch wonder for Nolan. As this one is fly deep into left field out of play.
Warriors just need one more out, get out of this inning. Be nice to just get back into the dugout after being down 6 runs here in the bottom of the second.
They really need to find a little bit of momentum on their side, but this one driven into center field, and once again, the Discoverers just making something hit by hit, and this train keeps rolling for Columbus.
Columbus getting a lot of confidence here at the start of the game. They're really hitting the ball well. 2-run homer, lots of doubles and singles. They've really got it going here. You know, just focus on the batter here. Try to get that out at first base.
This one's popped up on the infield. Might be a play for Nolan, and she drops it. Runner outfield, but able to make up for it. And that will end the inning here. Columbus adds 4 runs in the top of the second to make it 6-0. Back here in the bottom of the second, Michelle Watsaba, the designated hitter, looks to possibly start some kind of offensive momentum for the Warriors. 6 runs the first 2 innings for the Discoverers, and the Warriors seem to find themselves in a bit of a hole. Ground ball over to short. Braun able to make the play on to first, and a quick out here for Riley Renner.
You know, the Warriors are swinging at a lot of the first pitches early in the count. Might be better just to wait for a pitch later. Pick one they want, but so far, Columbus's pitching has dominated this game so far here in the second.
Which is not something we've seen a lot this season. Renner putting out a great performance. This one by Dumas is popped up and out of play. 5, 6, 7 here in the bottom of the second. Dumas, the first baseman, desperately needs to put something into play here, get some kind of momentum for the Warriors, down 6. That pitch in the dirt, far past home plate, and they'll even with the count 1-1.
Be a little more patient at the plate. Look for the pitch you want. for the Westside.
1-2 pitch is on the outside on base percentage. And although struggling tonight, the offense really hasn't been a normal struggle for this team. And big swing and a miss, drop third strike throw onto first.
Good job, and I'll tell you what, the Warriors are swinging at some bad pitches here early in the game. That was a ball on that last swing.
The Warriors just continuing to struggle here as the Discoverers look to.
A little too anxious up there at the plate. Very aggressive early in the count.
Ground ball over to third. Throw on to first is in time, so a quick 1-2-3 inning for Riley Renner. And the Warriors are down 6-0 as we head to the top of the third. Top of the third here, the Discoverers,
Leading off for Columbus, number 41.
after
Jaden.
putting up 6 runs in the first 2 innings, will look to add on here in the third. And really it's just been all Discoverers here in this one.
We're down near the bottom of the order here for Columbus. Batters
Gerber is in there for a strike. Katie Nolan, this game at a hold.
Jaden, do you come in a little more, the pressure's not on you with the run, lead that big, 6 runs?
I think for Nolan here, especially in the second home game of this season, and it can be really hard for a freshman, especially up on varsity, to deal with those emotions and deal with those just feelings that are going into a game like this. But when you're down 6, I even sometimes feel you got a lot of pressure even on you. You got to understand that the offense has got to do you a job as well.
Yeah, they've got to pick it up on the offensive side just to give her some more confidence out there on the mound. But so far, she's holding strong.
So another leadoff base runner here for the Discoverers.
Now batting.
Good start, up by 6.
First pitch to left fielder Aaron Smith is low. So Nolan trying to finally put a goose egg on the scoreboard for the Discoverers here, down 6. 1-0 pitch is just barely.
Batters are, and how deep into the count they take the pitcher.
Down by so much, sometimes you're trying to overcompensate just to be able to get second. And a stolen base there for
Aggressive, stolen.
to Nolan, trying to get the first out here in the top of the.
Try it. She popped out to left field last time.
Both really like to find little easy ground balls they can beat out as lefties. Also, little flares that might drop first in time. Jaylee Conyers over there at first, able to make the play. But Gerber moves over to third, just 60 feet away here with 2 outs.
Now batting number 4, Taylor Braun.
And the most dangerous batter tonight for Columbus, Taylor Braun, already has 2 hits on the night. The leadoff batter.
Braun with 2 doubles here tonight has really ignited these Discoverers here. Another slap hit, fouled back. But in both of her at-bats, she's really worked the counts up against both Nolan as well as Wonder.
Well, she's waited for her pitch and picked the one that she wants, and she's been able to hit the ball way out to the outfield.
Usually use their lefties either as quick bunters to see and use their speed. First, Cadence Dumas able to make the play. So Katie Nolan, although in somewhat of a stressful situation here in the top of the third, gets out of it with no damage. So the Warriors desperately need some runs here in the bottom of the third when we come back. Bottom of the third here for the damage, but desperately needs squeeze situation here. Originally puts down the bunt, draws back and tries to swing, but to no avail. So she'll be down 0-1 here to start off the inning.
Warriors come out swinging on those first pitches, and it hasn't worked for them tonight.
Another squeeze look here. And that one is fouled back and out of play, and Nolan is down 0-2.
Field day up there.
Is in time. Excuse me, bottom of the first. Furman will square here. Columbus
Get somebody on base here. They've got their fastest player at the plate right now in Furman. They just need to get something going here.
And she is hit there. So another base runner here for the Warriors. See if any momentum can help them out here.
Lyman popped out to second base back in the first inning.
An odd strategy here to start off the bottom of the third. Warriors, like you said, really are just looking at any kind of offense. Team ball in the dirt. And move the count to
Columbus has had tonight. It's worked.
Oh, late
Stands question that
popped up, possibly a play at first for the Discoverers. Get them out of this inning here, and we'll move. Mistake after someone put in 2 outs is a double play, and Discoverers fighting early here in the top of the fourth and an early single.
Again, they've had a lot of success at the plate there. Garrett to lead off the fourth inning.
To possibly bring in some more damage.
Take in between pitches. A lot of communication there between the third base coach and the batter and the runner.
(0-2). This one popped up over to first. Dumas
Play by Dumas. Good jump on that one. Nice catch there in front of the Columbus dugout from earlier in the game. Addison Kudrow.
Ball in the dirt. Runners heading to second, and she'll get in there. Gerald's able to steal a bag here with 1 out. Now there's 1 runner in scoring position for the dangerous Kudron.
Kudron hit that big home run to left field, about 50. It's still holding there pretty strong, still out to left field, but the shadows are starting to come on the field too for the batters.
1-1 pitch coming here from Nolan. This one popped into center field. Monty Furman comes on and able to make the play for the second out of the inning. With 2 outs, Danica Taylor looks to possibly add another run here for the Discoverers. Already up 6, more insurance. Couldn't hurt. This one line foul and out of play. This Taylor, they've really been the offensive output for this team. 0-1 pitch is foul off once again.
You know, Nolan's done a good job since she's come in for relief. She's allowed some hits, but she is not allowed to run, and that's And that's the big difference in the game since she's come out here.
Now, the pitching position has been a big need for this team this season after losing 2 of their seniors last year. This one driven deep into center field over Monty Furman's head and hits off the wall. 1 run will come in to score.
And that was just a tough hit up against the fence. She's running back there to the warning track, and the ball just drops in right at the base of the fence for a double. And now
for the center field fence, and it brings in another run here for the Discoverers. Nolan really trying to get out of it. Barely got out of last inning without any damage. And the Discoverers once again able to pounce. That one's fouled off. Keep the count at 0-2. Nolan trying to get out of this 4th inning. Pitch is up and out. And coming into this game, we really talked a lot about the Warriors' offense and how good they've been doing, but really didn't talk too much about how good.
Expanding their offense, averaging 8 runs a game. 1 hit so far and bad pitches all night.
This one, another one popped up over to Feinhold at third, able to make the play. For the Discoverers, tack on another insurance run here in the top. Looking to provide some kind of offensive support, down 7 here. And Riley Renner, the pitcher for the Discoverers, has really found her groove in
the here, and got to get some offense going, and this is the opportunity.
As well as power has really been one that has been able to get on base. 3 out of
the question is, who's going to be the spark?
This one, Conyers loses her bat, but a flare into right center bat split into 2 after that hit. It looks like another $200 for the parents of Jaylee Conyers.
And coming up for the Warriors right now is their best hitter, Ellie Barch-Bang. She grounded out to third base in her first time at bat. As a matter of fact, she swung at the very first pitch.
Now Barch-Bang, comparatively uncharacteristic, but has been very undisciplined here in her first 2 at-bats.
And their best hitter at the plate.
In time, throw back to second will not be in time. The first out of the inning.
But I like that play because throw into third base, but I like.
The only thing to consider there, especially you just need to keep working through. Line drive, caught, oh gracious. Taylor Braun leaps to her feet.
Great act by the shortstop, I'll tell you what. She just a great defensive play there for Columbus.
What great work of coordination right there by Braun. Tipped out of her glove, then grabbed it with her throwing arm as it was coming down behind her, and still had the recognition to possibly look for the double play at second. Unable to get it, but talk about a top 10 play right there by Taylor Braun.
Good defense by the Discoverers tonight.
Michelle Watsova will look at move there. Renner wasn't paying too much attention, nor was the catcher, Danica. Gracious Taylor Braun, 2 extraordinary plays here in the bottom of the 4th. And the Discoverers are able to get out of this inning with a 7-0.
Backhanded stop and a juggling catch and almost a double play. Just a couple great web gems there for the Discoverers.
And just talk about the coordination there by Braun on both of those plays. Able to understand her foot and get quick footwork. And able to get the throw onto first in time for that second one. But it is all Discoverers here as we head to the top of the 5th. 7-0 here going to the top of the fifth. And it looks like the Discoverers for the second inning is somewhat kept her own. Out of the inning, and talk about defensive plays here.
That you got to take the mask off and look for the ball, and that
want to put in some backups here for the Discoverers.
Hannah Donkey, a sophomore, out
Is on the inside corner for strike one.
Hannah Donkey.
Discoverers offense here tonight has been superb, as well as the defense. I mean, we didn't really talk too much about that. We really just talked so much about Riley Renner's day pitching-wise, but two great plays from Taylor Braun last inning. Looks like to be an error, her second of the day for final top of the fifth. The Discoverers continuing to use their
great stroke there for Columbus, and now they have a runner on first base.
22, Callie Backman.
You know, the Columbus coach last time in this game.
Able to make the play.
Now,
say offensively hasn't even been her biggest trait here tonight. Just defensively last inning. Come in to score. Braun's looking to stretch a double into his triple, and she makes it. Fifth.
You know, she hits on the
here tonight. They are firing on all cylinders.
Hard to believe that this team has not won a game this
be in time, and the Discoverers extend the favor of the Discoverers.
Now,
Desperately trying to get out of this one. This one driven foul.
In the last inning, she's had a good night there at the plate.
Her field, they've really been barreling the ball up here today.
A lot been to the left side.
This team has not won Discoverers, and another line drive will drop into left.
Putting on a clean.
And this is the thing. I don't want to say that we can very much Discoverers. This
tonight, just runs. It's been very impressive.
Second, and talk about
found some shadows on the field. Columbus team at all.
One popped into right once again, add on to their lead, down 9. Cadence Dumas will start it off for the Warriors. Talked about it with this Columbus team here today, but 1 of 2 hits so far tonight. Has 1 strikeout and
in the third inning. Other than that, she's been so superb on the mound. She's really having a great night.
Dumas trying to get something going here in the bottom of the fifth. This one lined into deep center field. That one might get out, and it will. Cadence Dumas. Hey.
Great scene down there at home plate for the Warriors. They get on the scoreboard with a solo shot to deep center field. Good job there by Dumas to get the Warriors on the scoreboard.
And we've seen that with the lack of strikeouts for both these teams today. But right after we praise Renner for amazing ability here today, come up here. This one flare out, and Braun able to make another great play over the shoulder. And Discoverers 2 outs away from ending this one.
Braun's a good shortstop, and she's one of the best we've seen.
Dumas has been playing all around the field here today. 3 spectacular plays defensively, and on offense, 2 doubles and a triple. I mean, this Discoverer offense with 9 runs obviously has been on point, but not one much better than Taylor Braun here tonight. Jaylee Conyers trying to keep this inning going here with 1 out. Win this game 9-1 over the Warriors.
your Warriors won. We
And a
thank you for
disappointing
joining us
loss
here
for
at
Westside here. They'll move to 2-5 on this.
Game by Columbus tonight. They had it on the mound and at the plate tonight. Lots of hits, 9 to the drawing board, and find out what they need to do. 9-1 over the Warriors.
Come in here today and win this one handily.
Well, you know, they came out right, and then the Westside changes pitchers, but you get that far behind early in a game.
So before we end this one up, we're going to talk about two things real quick. One thing we forgot to do a little bit earlier, but we're going to do this now. The Dunkin Trivia Question here tonight. And this one might relate a lot to be a lot more relatable to some Westside baseball fans to start off with. So related to this person.
Okay.
So who was the Westside softball school record for most triples in a single season?
Ooh.
Especially in a game like softball. We saw one from Bronny Triple. Brought in 3 different runs.
You're not going to find a better job by a shortstop like she played tonight. No, she juggled the ball, caught it, and stabbed the ball deep into the hole between third and short, and then made the long throw over to first base. Just a special player for Columbus, and we'll keep our eye on her the rest of.
So the Discoverers win this one here at 9-1. Before we end this one, I'll give you one guess, Ross, on what our trivia question answer is here tonight.
Oh, boy. A relative. Is it a Myers?
Is not a Myers.
Okay.
Is also a very known baseball player that is currently in the MLB.
It's got to be a Ruff.
It's got to be a Ruff.
There's only 2.
Krista Ruff is our Dunkin Trivia Question answer. She had 15 triples.
Wow.
In 2005. It was a year for the War team, although they comparatively struggled, not able to make state that season, but she was a big piece of that team.
Yeah, it's a reason why that family has a jersey in the trophy case on display at Westside. Darren having a great year with the San Francisco Giants, hitting a lot of home runs. I think that last continues with 2 guys in the major leagues. That's really impressive to say that 2 players from the same high school are in the major leagues from Nebraska.
That's a great accomplishment there. So Krista Ruff is our Dunkin Trivia Question of the game. We will be back next week for Westside Volleyball's home opener up against Bellevue East. They had a game here tonight up against Omaha North. They'll play in the Bellevue West tournament this upcoming weekend, and then we get to see their home opener. What a great team we're going to see on Tuesday.
I'm anxious to see this volleyball team. I cannot remember a Westside volleyball team that has had this much high expectations at the start of the season. It's been a long time, about 10 years, going to state, and this may be the year for the volleyball team, and I'm excited to see them on Tuesday.
So much talent we're going to watch there on Tuesday. Volleyball team ranked 5th in the state, 4th in Class A, and they're looking to start off their season hot. So that'll be up next when we come back on WTV Live. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. My name is Jaden Taylor, alongside Ross Jernstrom and the entire WTV Live crew here tonight. Have a wonderful evening.